backdrop of tax assessment in the United States starts with frontier fights British tax collection strategies during the 1760s, paving the way to the American Revolution. The autonomous state gathered charges on imports, taxes bourbon, and, briefly, on glass windows. States and territories gather casting a ballot charges for electors and local charges on business land and structures. Likewise, there are state and government extract charges. State and bureaucratic legacy charges started after 1900, while states, yet not the national government, started gathering deals charges during the 1930s. The United States forced a short personal duty during the Civil War in the 1890s. In 1913, the 16th Amendment was endorsed. However, Article 1, Section 9 of the United States Constitution characterizes direct assessments. The 16th Amendment to the United States Constitution doesn't make another assessment colonial expense. A British paper animation responds to the cancellation of the Stamp Act in 1765. Charges were low at nearby, pioneer and supreme levels all through the frontier time. 1. The issue that prompted the revolution was whether Parliament reserved the privilege to burden Americans when they were not addressed in Parliament. Stamp 1765. The Stamp Act of 1765 is the fourth Stamp Act passed by the United Kingdom Parliament and requires every single authoritative record, grants, business contracts, papers, wills, leaflets and playing a card game in the American states to convey an assessment stamp. It was authorized on November 1, 1765, toward the finish of the 7 Years' War among France and England, a conflict that started with the youthful official George Washington going after a French station. The stamp obligation had the extension to take care of the expenses of keeping a tactical presence that safeguarded the states. Americans rose in clearly fight, contending no taxes without representation. The blacklist constrained Britain to cancel the stamp obligation charge, while persuading numerous British chiefs that burdening the homesteaders on something to exhibit parliamentary sovereignty was significant. Townshend Pay Act. Main article. Townshend Pendapatent Income Act. The Townshend Revenue Act are two duty regulations passed by Parliament in 1767. They were proposed by Charles Townshend, Secretary of the Treasury. They burdened normal items brought into the American colonies, like tin, paper, paint, glass, and tea. Rather than the Stamp Act of 1765, it was anything but an immediate expense that individuals paid day to day, however an assessment on imports collected from the chief of a boat when he dumped freight. The Townshend Acts additionally made 3 new chief naval officer courts to attempt Americans who violated the law. 2.